Alright, so today we're gonna be ranking every Roblox game I played this year. I did this last year and I'm pretty sure I put my own list in B rank, so I'm gonna hope I can do a bit better this year. I guess we'll just start with Grass Cutting Incremental, which can go in B tier. This is a game where you watch grass grow, and I played it about a solid year ago, so I don't really know what to say. I mean, it does seem to have a pretty loyal fan base, so sorry if I offend any of you by not really talking about it, but anyways, Rivals. I think I will put Rivals in B tier because why would you ever play this game? I mean, if you want to play a shooter, then you could just play like Arsenal, or if you want to play a shooter and you like kids, you could play Phantom Forces. But yeah, this game is pretty mid and it gets B tier. Also, every time I play this, my teammates suck, so that would drag it down if there was more than 2 stuff on the list right now. Okay, next is Jailbreak, which goes in S tier, and I am absolutely not blinded by nostalgia. This is just an S tier game. I like driving the Volt bike, a few of the robberies are fun, there's terrible hacker problems, and I think if I keep talking about this game, then I'm gonna realize it's not actually S tier. So we'll just go on to Forsaken, which I have no idea. I feel like if you asked me in the first half of the year, I would have said S tier, but it just doesn't hit the same anymore, so I'll put it in A tier. Oh yeah, it definitely gets A tier because now every other game I see is asymmetrical horror slop. Like, can we make a new kind of game for once? I think for this game to go back up to S tier, they would have to make me win more often and fire their entire developer team and start from scratch. Now for Brookhaven, I'll put this in D tier. If you asked me in like 2023 or something, I probably would have put it in F tier. Well, that F tier that's not here yet, I guess I'll add it later. But yeah, after certain other games that have blown up in recent times, I will just take what I can get, so I'm gonna give Brookhaven a few points for that. Okay, next is Let Him Go. This was like a psychological horror game or something. I'll put it in A tier. I feel like I remember it being fun. And there's one part where you get like hit by a car. That was pretty funny. Alone in a Dark House. This was another horror game, and I would put it in A tier, but there was like a part where I spent 20 minutes just running around the house not knowing what to do, so I will move it down to B tier. I feel like the game wasn't as scary as I remember it being a long time ago, maybe because I'm not like 10 anymore. Okay, but actually I feel like I do remember it being scary. I don't know, I'll just keep it here. Alright, Entrenched. This is a World War I shooter, which automatically caps it at B tier, I'd say. I'll put it in between these two. You know, I feel like I don't really have much to say about a lot of these. Like, it's a shooter game. What is there to say about it? Yeah, I guess I might just start glossing over some of these unless I have like strong opinions about them. Dream Game can go in A tier. Well, I guess it's actually called Frozen Soul now, but I don't care. I like Dream Game more. I feel like all of the coolest dreams you could find in this game, you had to get an item from one dream, then go to another dream, which takes you to like a sub-realm, and then you go to a different sub-realm from that one to get to where you're trying to go. I spent like 2 hours trying to get that thumbnail, man, okay? It was just too much work. Alright, Dead Rails, you forgot this exists, and so did I. I'll put it at like bottom of B tier. This game might have had the greatest fall off in history, and I think it would be funny if I just don't say anything about it. Work at a pizza place. This was on the tier list last year, but I played it again, and I'll put it back in A tier. It is below Forsaken though. Maybe it could get back to the top of A tier if the developer started sending all his money to child predators. Judgment Day. So like, you know those games where you play them and you're like, oh that's cool, and then you never think about them again? The Hunt Mega Edition. You might say this is not a game. I say I wanted to put it in here anyways. I guess the best thing about this event is that I got a lot of views, but also it was really fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing Roblox for like 8 hours straight on the night the event ended. Now of course I played Roblox for 8 hours straight just for the final event and Fish to be broken for me so I could actually only finish it in the morning. Thanks a lot, Fish. Average Plate Game. This is like Plates of Fate, but if it was named Average Plate Game instead, and I think I'll put it somewhere in B tier. I'll put it above Entrenched. I feel like it was more fun. Alright, In Plain Sight 2, I actually think I'll put this above Work at a Pizza Place. It's a good game, but I'm pretty sure it's basically dead, so that sucks. Egg Kevin's House. Remember killing some kid's mom in a house fire? That sounds really funny, so I'll put it in somewhere in B tier. I guess it can go below the games with replayability. Zombies vs. Humans. This got me a lot of views, but other than that, it's basically just creeper chaos, but with zombies. It is kind of fun though. I'll put it above Egg Kevin's House, even though you can't kill anyone's mom. Cook Pizzas. This one was pretty fun, but I also just can't imagine myself ever playing this again for the rest of my life, so I can't put it too high. I'll put it in between these two, I guess. Oh, and look at that, guys. It is time to add F tier, and you can go right there. I hate Grow a Garden, it sucks, and it's the entire reason everyone for some reason feels like every game has to play itself now. And now for a somewhat better game, we have this can go somewhere in B tier. I think I'll put it in between Grass Game and Rivals. I think I have literally nothing to say about it, so on to Block Tales, which can go in the top of S tier. They did only release one chapter last year, but it was still better than everything everyone else put out, so yeah, it stays at the top. Now for High Tides, this was decent. I guess I'll put it like above Entrenched. I was looking at this game earlier, and I saw it had like 2.5 people playing, and it said it was discontinued, and I feel partially responsible. Well, like, it's not actually my fault, but there were people in my comment section like, oh, you should make more videos on this game. This game is gonna have a great YouTube scene. And then I promptly uploaded a video on Steal a Brainrot, which is of course gonna go in S tier, Game of the Year obviously. I'm just kidding, guys. It can go in D tier because it's slightly more fun than Grow a Garden. The Rake, you run from a monster, and that's all you do. Still better than like half this other stuff though. It can go somewhere around here. I'll just drop it somewhere random. Okay, Gaem. I actually did play this a decent bit, and I guess it can go bottom of A tier. I mean, it's Roblox Squid Game, but actually good for once. Only took them like 4 years, I think. Now, Something Evil Will Happen. That can go, I guess, between these two games. It's like Natural Disasters, but if it was actually entertaining, so it gets A tier. 99 Nights in the Forest. I was saying with Brookhaven that I'll take what I can get, so I'll put this pretty high. It's one of the better games on the front page, and for that it gets like mid B tier, if I can put it there. There we go. Now, Hide the Body. I don't think I could stress enough how much I genuinely don't care. Look, you can see it right there. I didn't even bother to get a picture that wasn't Christmas themed. I'm just gonna put it in C tier, I guess. Oh, RetroStudio, that can go below Forsaken. It's pretty fun, you know, there's like games and stuff and things to do, you know. Alright, now Build a Plane. Alright, now Noob Exterminators, that game was pretty cool. It was like Lethal Company, just if it was a bit worse than Lethal Company in every way, and I feel like it was also a bit too hard. They had a pretty cool thing going, you know, and I also think one of the developers commented on my video, so I'm sure that gets them some more points. NPC or Die, this game was actually surprisingly fun. I'll put it at the bottom of A tier. I'm pretty sure it was like Prop Hunt. I mean, it's Prop Hunt. Yeah. Now, Doors, they did that stupid event thing that was too hard for me to finish, and it took me like 4 hours and destroyed my voice, and for that, they get F tier because I'm still salty. Oh, but not below Grow a Garden, hang on. Okay, Voyagers, this was like a ship sailing game, and I'm sorry, but I just don't care enough to rank it anywhere. Oh, Roblox Moments, this was like the Roblox TikTok thing, and it was really stupid, get out of here. Oh, and now the Takeover event. I feel like this event was a good demonstration of how Roblox could see what worked with the Hunt Mega Edition and then look the other way. And for that, they get bottom of B tier because it was kinda cool. Plants vs. Brainrots. Armless Detective. You know what? I think I'll actually put this game in S tier. It doesn't have too much content, but it does do everything it needs to do, and it's good. which is better than the rest of you. NPC tournament, NPC rank tournament, because I don't care enough. Alright, prison life, you know what, he gets S tier just for banning most of the hackers. That made the game way better. FNAF co-op, this is like Five Nights at Freddy's, but in Roblox. So I guess you get C tier for not making any of the game yourself. Oh, I get to rank Untitled tag game this year. That is going in S tier. I'm pretty sure I made my video on some like kinda mediocre Halloween event, but who cares about that? The regular game is great. Now we have Maybe You Remember It Wrong by Red Car Kyle. This is like a 12-part series of horror games, or maybe it was 11, I don't know, but I'm keeping it all as one thing here, and it can go in S tier. I liked the way all the games would slowly build up and become scarier, and they also didn't just throw jump scares in your face. I do have to say though, it feels like the plot barely holds together, and only maybe 2 of the games really have anything to do with each other, but it's still S tier because I liked it. Now Pordier at War, or Pordier, whatever it was, I don't speak French. I don't think that's French, but yeah, I know I said World War I shooters would be capped at B tier, but this is like World War I, but you have cat ears and animal tails and shoot magic cannons, which I guess gets it between Work at a Pizza Place and The Hunt, probably. Now we have Fish It, and now we don't have Fish It. Okay, Nullscape can go in S tier. I guess I'll give it 2nd place here. I know I was pretty confused and trash in my video, but I played it a lot afterwards, and I'm actually the best player now. The music is great. The gameplay is great, and you won't even realize that you haven't stood up for the last 2.5 hours while playing it. Guardian Angel, it's like these other games, but it had just enough charm for me to feel bad for not caring about it, but I still don't care about it. I like how C-Ring just became my tier for things I don't care about. I didn't really mean for that to happen, it just kinda did. After 3 AM, this was a horror game where the monster stopped working halfway through, and I don't know if that gets it more points or loses it points. I'll just like keep pushing it up until I feel like I can't anymore. Yeah, you can stay here. It wasn't anything too special, although I feel like that was one of the best videos I made this year for whatever reason. Now, Deadly Delivery, it's like Lethal Company, but a little bit worse in every way, and it also doesn't have the same charm as Noob Exterminators, so it can sit here. Terminal 13, this game was kinda fun, and I liked the twist in the end where you were actually working for the monsters. It's not really anything special, though. I guess I'll put it like above Rivals. Dig to Escape, I guess the only thing they will be digging to is D tier because I don't really care. Okay, now we have Herbal, Outbreak, Duel Grounds. Yeah, of course, everyone's favorite game series, Herbal, Outbreak. You all know and love it, right? I'm not sure why they would change the name if they're still keeping all the copyrighted characters, but that is the stupidest name I've heard in my life, and I'll just give them S tier for that. Alright, next is SCP RetroBreach, and I should just give this game top of S tier for getting me 100,000 views. But I would also never do that to my beloved Blocktail, so I'll put it like down here. It's pretty fun, but I've also come to realize in the years since Outbreak fell off that you're just way better off playing Secret Laboratory on Steam. Oh, and I do have to thank Roblox for taking this game down, like right after I uploaded my video. I'm sure that got me a lot more engagement in the comment section. Okay, Scary Shawarma, or Scary Shawarma, as I can't stop calling it after watching Flamingo. I'll just put this in like B tier. I realized a few days after uploading this that this is basically the same thing as Terminal 13, just in a different setting, and I have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, fooled, tricked, and other word. Alright, next is one of the greatest Roblox games ever made. I don't have a top 10, but if I could think of one, then this would be in it. Eternal Towers of Hell can go, I guess, second in S tier. Every time I play this game, I'm like, wow, this is just not as fun as I would hoped, and it's way too hard, but it still keeps me coming back because there's so much stuff in it. Alright, now our penultimate game. I think that means second to last. I could be wrong, but yeah, our possibly penultimate game, Flee the Facility. I'll put that at the bottom of A tier. Well, actually, I'll put it above NPC or Die, and I'll put it above Ink Game, I guess. I played the 10-player Flee the Facility in my video, but I'm ranking the normal one because I feel like it. I remember I used to watch a lot of Dead by Daylight videos in like 2017, but I had nothing to play it on, so when I found this game, I felt like the Forsaken developers. When they find more money they can give to terrible people. It took me like 5 minutes to think of that one, by the way. I hope you know that. Alright, and now for our last game. If the last one before this was penultimate, then I guess this is ultimate. We have Plague. For our grand finale, it can go below Dream Game, I guess. Also, why is Dream Game below Let 'Em Go? This one was kind of cooler. I called this the new best zombie game in my title because that's what I did for RetroBreach and it got a lot of views, and you guys all fell for it. I uploaded that video like 6 hours ago and it's at 1,000 views already. No, but I actually do like this game. I like how you have to scavenge for loot once you spawn, and I think it's cool how you can build, but like only kind of build. You're not building a serious base or anything, just some small defenses. And yeah, that is my 2025 Roblox tier list. I think it sucks, you think it sucks, we all think it sucks, and I think I will unfortunately have to give it like a 7 out of 10. I'm pretty sure that's worse than last year, and there's always next year, I guess. If there's anything you think you would change here, then make sure to tell me in the comments. I won't actually care, but it will be somewhat amusing. I know it's a 7 out of 10, but it is still the objective ranking, so your opinion doesn't matter that much. Well, I guess it's just wrong. I think I'm not even gonna ask you to subscribe after that. I feel like that's just doing too much after telling you your opinion doesn't matter, but yeah, Happy New Year, and shout out to Incredible Blocks. That was a cool game I didn't make a video on. Shout out to Carnage. That was another fun game I didn't make a video on. Shout out to Rel C's for not coming out. Shout out to you guys for watching my videos. Shout out to Jane Remover for dropping Album of the Year, and I am completely off track now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.